I forgot to mention two features in my other video, but apparently if a shulker hits another shulker, it has a chance of creating a duplicate shulker. And another one is tinted glass can be obtained without silk touch, so it won't shatter like normal glass. So you can basically just break it with a pickaxe and you'll be good. Also with your hands as well. Also, just a quick disclaimer before I continue the video. 20W47 is not included since it's just mainly posts of tweets that the Mojang crew has posted on Twitter. So you can go check that out on their accounts if you want. I'm not sure to access that myself because I don't have Twitter. Well, I do have Twitter, but I don't follow the right workers for Mojang. But anyways, if you want to explore that, go check it out, and I think you'll find some interesting information on what they posted. Now, in terms of texture changes, you can see the blocks behind me, but before we get into that, the spyglass now has a 3D model, so in your inventory you can see that it's a 3D model, and as well as on an item frame, which I'll be showing you in a second. And the texture for the item that appears to be a candle has changed as well to just one candle in your inventory. But anyways, let's get over here. There's been a slight change to amethyst block textures. This one having a more visible X as opposed to this one. And for the amethyst block, it is slightly less busy, and it's just slightly less busy, so it's more of a clear block. And as you can see, the spyglass is 3D in an item frame as well. Now, candles will not show up this texture as when you place them down. It's just for when you're in your inventory finding it. And for the compass, you can see that they added a bit more of a bright shine along the edges of the compass, making it a bit more iron looking. And for the clock, they changed the texture, making it a bit more gold than what a usual clock would be from the previous versions of Minecraft. But anyways, I think that's all for the textures that have changed. So hopefully that covers everything for that, and let's jump into the next part. Moving on to the next section of this video. So first, I would like to say that there has been a change to the powder snow, and now when you are in survival, I keep forgetting game mode 0 is not a thing. Oh my god. There we go. Now in survival, when you go inside a freezing block with leather armor on, it prevents the freezing effect completely. And now there is a game rule toggle for, I think it's freezing damage, and you can set that to true or false. So yeah, that's all that's changed from the powder snow. So yeah, if there's anything else, I'll make sure to remind myself after this. But I don't think anything else was added for this part. Moving on to candles. Now, candles can only be placed on solid blocks, but if you remove the block under it, it will remain floating. So they removed the feature where you can make it floating, basically. As you can see, if I shift click, you cannot go on top of the candle itself. It must be on a solid block, and you have to break it underneath in order for it to be floating now. So that's the change they have made for candles. Okay, so next on is the new dripstone block. Currently this can only be found in the creative inventory, but yeah, this is a decoration block, and I think this would blend well with some of the textures, like maybe even wood, because I think this would be a nice wood block texture for like trees to blend with and stuff. So yeah, it's just a decoration block that you can get from your creative inventory so far. I don't know if that will change in the future, but I'll try my best to keep updated on that. Moving on to another change within the copper blocks. Wait, another change. I mean, a change within the copper blocks. Instead of the slabs giving you 4 now, they will give you 6 when you craft them. So yeah, that's the change I've been made for the craftability of slabs. So it's like the normal slabs that you get from like wood and stuff. I guess it makes sense for it to give you like 6 instead of like 4, because if you do the math, half of each block, half of 3 blocks would be 6 slabs in total. So yeah, that's about it for this. Alright, for the last section of this video, we'll be focusing on the pointed dripstone. I'm still not used to the names. But anyways, when placed on the floor and the ceiling, they will stay there unless you break up the block above them. And they will be called stalagmites and stalactites. I don't know the difference between the two, but yeah. Anyways, so they can actually drip lava and water into cauldrons and slowly fill them up to the top. And along with that, if you break the block above them, they fall and they do damage to mobs and the player too. So, and it does, I'm assuming it does different damage based on the heights from what we saw in the 20W47, like what I saw actually from the 20W47. It's based off the height how much damage it does. But yeah, I feel like this could be a useful way for farming, but you would have to get a lot of these things. And I would also like to test quickly how much damage it would do to a normal survival player. If I were up here, if I were to just break the block, but yeah, I'm not gonna test that actually, because I just realized I only have half-hard survival. But anyways, you can break these things down with tritons as well. So let's see if my aim's actually good. Oh, there we go. I got it. But yeah, if you break one of the things with the triton, it will fall down, like the big spiky part of it, and it will do damage to mobs as well. So you can make like a redstone contraption sort of thing, or you could just do it manually by throwing it at the stalactites and stalagmites, and they will break. And yeah, that's about it from what I know. So I hope you guys enjoyed this snapshot review, and if you did, leave a like and comments on this video if you want more of these snapshots, reviews and stuff. But yeah, I'm really excited for the updates and stuff to come. But before we end the video, I would like to quickly show you the fixes that they have added to the snapshot basically. So as you can see here, so the gameplay, some recipe unlocking achievements had criteria names changed. The chiseled nether bricks recipe is now unlocked by having another brick slab instead of another brick block. And I don't know what these general tags are about, but you can look into that yourself. And here are essentially all the bug fixes. I don't want to go through this, but I'll link the website down in the description below for you guys to check out the 20W48 snapshot. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and feel free to subscribe if you want to. It's obviously your choice. And yeah, see you in the next one.